Well, I gotta say, I am impressed. I got some paint on it, and man, you cannot even tell the difference. Let me tell you, a man on a galloping horse would never know. Alright guys, Dave from Dave's Glory Shopworks here, and on this episode we are going to try and fix this door. Look at that beautiful mess. So we're going to cut out this outer sheet metal. You can see the spot welds actually look kind of broken out. We're going to cut all that away, and then we're going to see what we have to work with on this inner structure, this nice thick metal in here. And then we are going to cut up another door and get the parts out of it we want to weld into this guy. Wish me luck. Here's what it looks like. She's all cut out, and this is the inner structure to hold the weight of the door. This is just the sheet metal shell. I had a little surprise when I pulled that out of this door, which looks about the same, not cleaned up of course, but actually the piece in here, I'm going to show it to you, I had to weld it up. Yeah, it was broken and cracked. I was kind of expecting it because the metal on the shell was broken, so that means there had to be some kind of movement, but there's what it is. So here is our piece right here, and I've got some rough weld on it, buffed it down, straightened it out. It's pretty good now. Welded it on the back side as well, and on the back side what you have is this guy, and it fits onto these tabs right here. You just got to bend them out of the way, and it's your actual threads for the door, for the hinge. So I'm going to clean this guy up, hit him with some primer. This guy's almost ready for paint, and I'm just painting the back side right now because I have to weld the front side. I understand that the back side is going to get kind of melty and a little bit burny because of the fresh paint on it, but I just want something to protect between this piece of metal and the actual hinge mount. So that's the plan. I'm going to buff those up, clean them up, and get that much closer to having this thing back together. Primed. There we go. Paint it black, put it back. The back side of this patch has been painted black. It's been fit in decent. And I have the bolt holder, the cage, back in place. You just bend the tabs here like I showed you. Make sure it can slide back and forth. That's important. I just got a big washer on it, and I'm kind of shimming it out, so I'll tack it over here and right about here, and then I have to bring it up like so. Tack that. This is just to hold it so it doesn't fall into place. The last thing I got to do is roll up the window so I don't shower it with sparks on the inside and pit the glass. Simple as can be. That piece is now tacked in. It's fairly level. I'm really happy with it. And now I'm gonna buzz the whole thing in, grind down the welds, and bring it back. Alright, we're doing pretty good. A little bit smoky in here from burning welding and all that jazz, but here we go. That is our piece welded in. It went a little uneven. It was kind of uncontrollable, at least for as much as I cared to. Everything's ground down flat now, and now I can build the cover piece and hopefully get the holes in the right spots. And this repair will be welded up and done until paint time. Looking pretty good. I'm kind of happy how it's going. Let's get that piece of metal cut and fit and welded in place. Here we are with a little bit of paint or corrosion protection, as it were. Same thing on the back side of our patch. The holes, you can see them, they look a little bit magooey, and I'm okay with that because they are hidden by the hinge. If I just lay it in place, basically you get the idea. It's formed pretty good along the edges, and again, since this is sheet metal, we'll be tacking it a little more regularly. The thicker metal underneath, I was able to do a little bit of seam welding, but I won't be able to do that with this sheet metal. So that's where we're going to leave it at the moment. This will be dry overnight. Tomorrow's a new day, and I will weld it all in tomorrow. That'll be that project done. Stick around. I think you'll like the finished product. Or maybe you'll hate it. I don't know. Either way, it's going to be done. Well, it is smoky in here. But, as promised, it's the next day. After work, evening. And it's welded up. Let's have a look. Now, if you're looking for perfection welding, yeah, look somewhere else. If you're looking for non-porous for sheet metal, this is your baby. I've checked, and these threaded holes, they slot back and forth properly. And that is the door done. All I have left to do is throw a little bit of primer on it. I'm going to throw a little bit of paint on that before I go to bed here. And that way when I do hang the door and we get everything all primed and painted, I can spray some in the door jamb and actually get some proper paint on it. Should be a pretty decent repair. I give it long lasting. I'm not worried about it at all. And in fact, it's still warm. I might as well hit it with some primer. Is that the greatest primer to use? No. Is it going to help bond the paint that I'm going to spray on there for a temporary cover when the hinge gets bolted to it so we don't get any just massive flash rust happening? Absolutely! Well, I gotta say, I am impressed. I got some paint on it, and man, you cannot even tell the difference. Let me tell you, a man on a galloping horse would never know. Look at that. Isn't that amazing? It's by no means a green-blue color that has no business being on this door. I mean, the match is uncanny. Who would have thought that a paint match for a 1964 Ford Falcon would even come close to matching a blue for a Dodge? Anyway, it is what it is. So, I'm happy. That's done. Moving on, rock and roll. I was hoping to maybe show you guys how to hang and adjust a door on this video, but I have a feeling that's going to be our next video, so stay tuned. I was going to say keep your stick on the ice. Whew. Anyway, from David Days Glory Shopworks, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I enjoyed making it, so we're one step closer yet again to getting this old Dodge back on the road. Thank you very much. Have a great night. We'll see you on the next one.